This is my lesson plan of English language focusing on understanding nouns. The target group of this lesson is level B2 students and the topic is nouns. My objective for the students is by the end of this lesson, the students will be able to identify and use different types of nouns correctly, including common nouns, proper nouns, abstract nouns, and countable/uncountable nouns. The duration of the lesson will be 60 minutes. A noun, I'll start with giving a definition of a noun. A noun is a word that represents people, places, things, or ideas. They are used continuously in everyday language and are essential when communicating. Examples of these are a dog, which is a thing, Kyle, which is a name or a person, Bali, the name of a place, and happiness, an idea. These can be categorized as common, for example, an animal or city, or can be categorized as proper, such as a name or a name of a city. They can be singular or plural, such as a watch or watches, and they can also be possessive, such as John's bike. Abstract nouns refer to intangible feelings, emotions, or ideas, such as happiness or knowledge. And countable nouns represent nouns that are quantified, such as apples, and uncountable nouns are the opposite of this, such as furniture, which cannot be counted. I will start my lesson plan with an introduction by making the students engage in a short warm-up activity to introduce nouns and recap any knowledge that they've already learned in previous years. I will do this by displaying a list of random nouns on the board and ask students to identify the type of this noun, such as common, proper, abstract. Then I'll introduce and explain the nouns by providing a clear explanation of the nouns, defining what nouns are and their role in a sentence, as the name, such as names of the people, places, things, or ideas. And then I'll present examples of each of these types of noun and clarify the differences between them. After that, I will explain the types of nouns, such as a common noun, explain that common nouns refer to general people, places, or things, and are usually not capitalized. Then proper nouns, describe proper nouns and their specific names of people, places, or things that should be capitalized. And then I'll talk about abstract nouns, defining that they are things that represent ideas, emotions, or concepts, and then the same with countable and uncountable nouns. I would then introduce an activity. This would be noun hunt. I'll do this by dividing the class into little groups and providing each group with a list of nouns, different types of them, and the groups will need to find these nouns in the real life world. So I'll give examples on this, and then they'd run around, find these nouns in the classroom or school environment, and then present their findings to the class. Finally, to allow for independent study, I would then provide a worksheet for the students containing various sentences with missing nouns. I will instruct the students to fill in the gaps with the appropriate types of nouns, such as common, proper, abstract, and the other countable and uncountable, and then review the answers together as a class. To conclude my lesson, I would do a recap of the main points, summarising the main points of the lesson and reviewing the different types of nouns. And then by the end of my lesson, my B2 level learners should have a solid understanding of nouns and should be able to distinguish between the different types of nouns. And with performing in the engaging activities during my lesson and interactive exercises, my students should have an enjoyable experience. Thank you.